Hello and welcome to
Hello.
Between
Between two couch cushions.
We haven't said
Woo!
that in forever, so
It's been a
clearly our
very long time.
timing is off. I'm just glad I didn't say welcome to Bound by Books because that's what I thought I was going to
Ooh.
say, and I didn't.
Oops.
So this is Between Two Couch Cushions.
I'm
Totally
glad I
different
didn't say
show.
welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? Wait, it's been a long time since that's been my job.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a hot minute since we've gotten together virtually or even longer in person.
Truth.
I was trying to think back of when we did this last one, and I can't remember. So people might go, who are these two and why do I care about them? So no pressure, but this broadcast needs to let people know why they want to know about us.
Okay. All right.
Zero pressure. So first off, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's hotter than Hades here.
It is
In
so
Maine,
stinking
it
hot.
shouldn't be this stupid hot in Maine. I'm sorry, it just shouldn't be.
Agreed.
And all of the bugs this year, I don't know what it is, but the bugs this year are awful. I mean, I'm not much of a nature person. I don't enjoy nature. Nature is out to get me.
Yep.
This year, particularly, the bugs are out to get me. I literally cannot even walk to my trash, which is like a stone's throw away where my dumpster is, without those black fly and the horse flies, the ones that dive bomb you.
And because it's hot and you're sweaty, they're just like even worse.
And you can't run away from them because they follow you. I don't like to go outside at all. I'm now taking my trash in my car to avoid the bugs. I cannot wait for fall when the bugs go back to hell where they belong.
Yes.
Because then I can enjoy nature. And only then. I will complain about nature every other time except for fall.
I hate summer, and you know this. This weather is particularly offensive to me.
It is. It is.
I feel like I'm gonna have to move to northern Canada just to get like a regular Maine summer.
It's unpleasant. It is unpleasant. Do you have air conditioning at your place?
We don't. We have an air conditioning unit that goes in the window.
Right.
And we almost brought it up the other day, but it was so hot. We're like, oh my gosh, just the whole thing. And now we're wishing we had it, but then the heat's gonna go away. So it just seems silly
so
to
this is what you need to do, because the problem is that it's a unit. It's a one of those ones that, like the little box ones. Is that what you mean? You need to get these particular air conditioners. Changed my life. They are the bigger ones. They're a little bit more expensive, but they're on wheels. You don't have to break. You literally just shove them into a closet and you roll them in and out. You plop them into a window, leave the screen in. You don't even have to take your screen out. So easy to set up. I have 4 of them.
Oh my goodness. I have heard about these wonderful machines.
My electric bill has let me know that I have 4 air conditioners running, but at least I'm less stabby.
Yes.
Than I would be otherwise. I do not handle heat well.
Yeah, we have 2 fairly big fans. Actually, we had 1 really big fan, and we just got a second one today. So that's what we're doing. But
I could not survive. I am a not nice person when it gets hot and sticky. So
we actually decided to take a trip to Augusta just because we could have air conditioner in the car. Like that's the only reason we did. So we ate lunch, went to a store, and came back home.
It's awful. It's awful, and I hate to be one of those people that complains about the weather, because that's just a stereotype of aging and whatnot. But I don't like it this hot. Get off my lawn.
I don't complain in the winter though. I am happy in the winter because it's not like this. I will complain
about shoveling in the winter.
Okay, that's acceptable.
That I'm not a big fan of, because
that's acceptable.
My back. But you and I, interestingly enough, we both got new jobs recently.
We did.
Well, since our last broadcast months ago, so maybe it's not that new. You just sort of changed sort of position
Yes, from
within.
one department to another. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but you got a brand new job, whole new life, basically.
Brand new gig, a whole new 9 to 5, learning completely different skill sets
Yeah.
than I am used to, but now I know how to do some coding stuff. Not like medical
Ooh,
coding. I don't know how to do any of that, but I'm talking
right.
about like, app building,
HTML
way
coding.
behind the scene sort of
Dude, that's pretty
basic
cool.
coding, not
Hey,
nothing
still.
complex, just basic stuff. But yeah, it's a whole new world. But I love the fact that it allows me to work from home,
Yes.
with my own
Mm-hmm.
particular health issues.
Yep.
Being able to work from home is a pretty big thing that I'm looking
Totally.
for in a position. So
Yep. Yeah,
yeah,
same. I love it. I
yeah,
love working from home.
yeah,
I go into the office periodically, but hardly ever.
yeah. I have yet to be in the office, but
Yes.
I have a badge waiting for me should I ever make it in. Don't hold your breath. No. I'm not much of a people person either, so it's great. Are you doing anything else? Are you up to much else these days? Anything new and exciting going on that we need to know about?
Well, not right now. However, in a few weeks, about 3 weeks actually, it's going to be my husband and I's 30th anniversary.
Shut the front
So,
door. Wow.
right, I know, 3 decades together. I mean, can you imagine someone wanting to live with me for 30 years,
I
like
can
in a row?
actually, but yeah,
My
yeah,
mom only dealt with 18. So, I mean, so we have decided to mark this special occasion.
right.
We are going to go to New York City on a
Are
plane,
you really?
and we are going to see 2 Broadway shows.
Shut the front door. What are you gonna see?
Okay, first of all, we're going to see Hamilton.
Ah,
Yes,
please.
we're
Oh,
going to see
I'm so happy for you.
Hamilton. Me
I'm
too.
so
That
happy
was
for you.
that was a surprise because Dan got that on his own without telling me, and then he surprised
Oh,
me.
oh,
Um, the one I did know about is Into the Woods, which that's my favorite
oh my
Broadway
God.
musical.
I know. Yeah, this
So
is gonna be an epic trip for you.
it's
Holy
going to be so
cow.
exciting. I
I am
can't
so
wait.
excited for you.
Yep. So
Oh, you're gonna have such a good time. Oh, that's awesome.
yes,
That's
I can't
awesome.
wait. Pretty
That
excited about that.
that's pretty awesome. Even an
Yeah.
introvert like myself would enjoy a trip like that.
Yes.
That would not the plane so much, but
Yeah. The plane I am not looking forward to. I do not do well in planes, but
yeah.
maybe if I just take enough drugs or something beforehand, like apparently like air sickness
It'll
pills kind of chill you out.
it'll be a short. Just if you're just going to New York,
Yeah.
it'll be a
Honestly, we
short
figured
flight.
it out. It's going to take us less time to fly to New York from Bangor than it's going to take us to drive to Bangor
Yeah,
from our house.
yeah,
So,
yeah. It won't be locked in New York, so it'll be blinking and you're done.
exactly.
Um,
Not even enough time to get a, bag of airplane
no,
peanuts if they
no,
even
there
do
will
that
be no
anymore.
snack. You will get no snack. There will be no service for you. Sorry about
No.
that.
Nope.
There would be no peanuts anyway, but so
True.
sad. The pretzels just aren't the same. I'm sorry, airlines, they're just not the same.
So true.
Gotta come up with a different snack.
I am personally a fan of the honey roasted peanuts, but
well, yeah, but nothing because of the peanut
nothing.
allergies. Nothing.
Dang it.
Speaking of food, I
Mhm.
get that's one thing that I'm doing lately that I'm starting to try to look into
Mhm.
the meal prep sort of stuff
Yes.
with the whole new day job, trying to think about what to feed the kids at 5 o'clock
Mhm.
when I am tired, exhausted, and hangry at 5 o'clock,
Yep.
and they're saying, "What's for dinner?"
Uh-huh.
It tends to be whatever is the fastest and
Yep.
requires me to do the least amount of stuff. So I'm trying to
Mhm.
come up with some stuff that maybe I can make out on a weekend or, something. So
Yeah.
it's not always like chicken nuggets and french fries.
Yeah. No, I know just what you mean. Like I am lately it's been like Schwann's. Yep. We
Yeah.
have that Schwann's pizza in
Yeah.
the freezer. Let's do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yep.
And I'm starting to worry about my own kids' cholesterol. Like
Oh boy. Yep.
I gotta start doing something here. So I'm researching things that whether or not that'll actually turn into anything, but that's what I've
Wow.
spent my weekend doing is printing
That
out some recipe ideas that I may or
that's
may
cool.
not
Yeah.
ever, but that's what we're up to. That was our first whatcha question.
Whatcha.
What you up to? My next whatcha question for you is, and I haven't prompted you for this, so you better be ready. What you reading? Like, what are you reading these days?
You know, it's so funny you should ask. I anticipated this question.
Oh, what?
I just finished this book, Night of the Living Reds.
You gave a good review of that on
oh my
Facebook
gosh,
there.
This is such a good book. It's a main author, Morgan Talty.
Nice.
He is he's a member of the Penobscot Nation.
Nice.
And that these stories all take place there. They're 12 short stories, but it reads more like a novel, because they're all like the same characters, the same people.
Interesting.
Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's funny, but it's also like shocking and disturbing, not like horror, but like it's realistic, it's gritty, oh my gosh, it is everything you just want in a book. So I cannot recommend this heartily enough.
Interesting. I did note that. I'm like, that on my to be read pile.
I also happen to have 2 other books.
Yes. What else you got?
I have read.
What else you got?
Do I have in the right order?
You need.
I don't have in the right order. Sorry.
You need the third one.
I do need the third one.
That has not come out yet, so you can't have it. That's why there's this big old proof thing over that. You're
filled
funny.
Again.
You're funny. You're funny. I am not reading those books. I've read 2 of them.
I was gonna say, I think you've probably been there.
I've read 2 of those. I'm reading a Will Grayson.
Oh my gosh, I love that book.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like about halfway through, and it's so funny to me. I picked it up obviously because John Green's one of the authors, and it's David Leviathan.
Leviathan? Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. I don't have the book in front of me, so I'm trying to remember it from memory.
Right.
But it's so clear to me, like which Will Grayson John Green wrote.
Yes.
Just a highlight of author voice, and that it does translate, even if characters are not the same. You can easily, that's John Green.
Yep.
And it's basically a story about 2 different Will Graysons that kind of run into each other, and their sort of different life experiences with the same name. So it's a very interesting concept. So that's currently what I'm working on. Oh, and I've also just picked up. I think I might be in the premenopausal phase. Maybe, I don't know. I might be getting there. So I want to have that handy for when things pop up and I go, is this something I should be concerned with, or is this just, change of life kind of stuff?
Right.
I am.
Well,
I'm getting up there. I'm 46.
Welcome aboard.
I'm ready for this ride to be over. Ready. Yeah. So whenever, I'm good. But now I have the book. But I think the book got dumped on some perfume or something because it stinks of perfume. So like when I read it, it's like, I'm not offended by the content, but it smells so bad. I'm trying to air it out.
Really gross.
It's really gross. Oh, what can you do? Oh, that card did not fly, and then it hit me right back. Okay, we're just
be careful,
dude. There. It's been a while since I've practiced flinging the cards, and clearly I need help. Okay, what you listening to?
I think you're going to approve.
Did I just hear?
I've been listening to Harry Styles. You did hear. You heard the sushi restaurant song.
I love that song.
That's such a great song.
It's such a great song.
I just love this album. It's so good. So thank you for recommending it upon the Book of Faces, because I am enjoying it very much.
Yes. All 3 of his albums have been just a surprise of, you would expect boy band-esque songs, and what you get are a mature man's songs. It's very different. Nothing sounds exactly the same, and there's different styles and different ages, 50s, 60s, 70s inspired.
I like that he does that. I like that he takes inspiration from different genres, different styles of music. I love it. He's thumbs up for me.
He's a thumbs up. So my daughter picks her not fictional, but her crushes well is what I'm she's got good taste in her obsessions. So far, all of her obsessions that she's latched onto, I'm like, I approve.
Nice.
I'd obsess a little bit too.
That
I approve.
is always good because it's not like, she went for like Marilyn Manson or something all of a sudden. So.
And that's not to say she might not tomorrow, but as of right now, that's where she's at. And Harry's House is actually on my list as well of what I'm listening to. So we are twinning in the listening category. I'm also listening to, shameless plug, the Bound by Books podcast.
Yes.
That I am a host of with a couple of other authors. We do those on Mondays and we talk about writing and the writing journey and stuff like that. So that's been fun. And so I listen on the days that I'm not a host for.
Yeah.
So
I listened to that as well. It's a good show. I heartily recommend that as well.
She has to say that because she's my friend. And you have actually been on the podcast before.
I have. I am a friend of the show.
There is an actual episode with you.
Yes.
So yeah, we try to do that too. We try to cycle in a guest, each month. One of us we haven't had a guest in a while, only because people have been on vacation and whatnot. And we're like, let's wait till everybody's back and home, and then we'll start cycling.
Summer season. Everyone has to take off.
We're going to start cycling in the guests again now that everybody's back and settled. All right. So I have yet another what you watching.
What you watching? Well, I have been watching, you're going to laugh.
I doubt it.
Have you ever heard of the Maine Cabin Masters on the Magnolia channel?
I'm laughing. No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh, it's a really good show. Dan and I have been watching it.
About making cabinets?
Cabins.
Cabins. Oh, I think it's cabinets. Okay, that's less funny than cabins. Okay. Cabins.
Although,
cabins
I would actually watch a show.
I
would watch a show about cabinet makers too, but no, this is cabin. So it takes place, as the title suggests, in Maine. And it's a group of, they're actually really fun kind of dudes, and they renovate cabins, and then the guy's sister decorates them. It's really fun. And of course, because it takes place in Maine, a lot of times they'll be, we're here in Brunswick. I'm like, oh my God, I've been to Brunswick. So that's exciting. Yeah. And today we actually went to their store in Manchester. So
they have a store.
They have a store, and we bought T-shirts.
Wait, they have a store in Manchester, New Hampshire?
Manchester, Maine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, my bad. I was like, right outside of Augusta.
That doesn't seem right.
Yeah, we did not go to New Hampshire today. No, we went to, but their store. So we have Maine Cabin Masters T-shirts now. So
wow.
We have matching Maine Cabin Masters T-shirts. So
that's couple goals.
Yes.
I think once you hit 30 years of marriage, you start dressing alike. Isn't that what it is? So you're right on target.
Our hair's starting to look alike.
You're right on target.
Definitely, Yep. How about you? What you been watching?
I've been watching all of the stuff that most pop culture's been watching, because I'm still stuck in that I want to know what everybody else is watching, mindset. Yep. So I'm of course watching Stranger Things. Got my daughter hooked on Stranger Things, and now she has a crush on all the appropriate people from that show, as she should. Just finished Moon Knight and Miss Marvel on Disney, because of course I gotta keep up with the Marvel stuff. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of that. I've watched the Marvel movies that have come out, obviously. Just finished Umbrella Academy. I've not got my daughter hooked on that yet. She hasn't started yet. Because she was like, there's nobody my age. And I'm like, there's one in there that's your age. So maybe she'll watch it. Because one of them is dating, or might be dating, somebody from Stranger Things. So that might be the hook of her to get in. Like there's a connection there. So we'll see. It's a very bizarre show. It's not your normal type of show. So it might be a little too weird for her.
Right. Okay.
But did you ever watch the Stranger Things, or was that not?
We saw the first season, and then we just kept forgetting. So I do want to watch it. So I'm just going to start from the beginning again. So I remember, I really like Winona Ryder. Yeah. So yeah. It's
a decent show. It gets progressively creepier as the seasons go on. So if you're squeamish at all, buckle in.
Much like this.
Buckle in, because it definitely gets a little interesting.
I have heard.
Yeah. Whatcha writing? That's really the thing I'm most interested in. That's why I saved it for the last, because I'm most curious about what projects you're cooking in. And we haven't talked in a while.
We haven't.
So
this will actually be
at least not about writing. We've
right.
That made it sound like we haven't talked in ages. We've talked.
I never talked to her. No.
What about your writing? What's going on? What are you doing?
So the book I've been working on, that I've been calling a companion to Waiting for Spring, I think is turning into an actual sequel instead.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
so it's evolving again.
It is evolving. So
like a Pokemon.
See. It is much more Tess and Brian focused than I thought it would be.
Interesting.
Yes. So they're still not the main characters, as far as you're not seeing things through either their points of view, but it's going to be very much more focused on them than I initially had thought it was, because I thought I was like kind of done with their story. But as I was writing this other story, I realized that there were some parallels. And so I'm, wicked psyched.
Interesting. Are you still working on the play, or is that sort of a back burner project for
That's definitely a back burner project.
Yeah, you had like a major job switch and things like that. Stuff like that. Sometimes it's like, you know what? I got to get my life in order. I can talk to the fictional people again.
Exactly.
Totally
and I'm finding that separating my writing energies between more than one project, I used to be able to do that. And it was almost like I could get a mental break from one with the other. And, that was always nice to switch back and forth. I don't know if it's my age or what, but I'm just not able to do that like I used to. So I'm like, I'm just going to focus on one thing at a time so I can just give it my all.
And and it's definitely hard once, at least I'm finding this for myself, once you have a sort of a 9-to-5 sort of type of job. My other job was very much more flexible in terms of when I could work. So I could sort of set my writing schedule when I was feeling the creative mojo, and and then work when I wanted to work. And this one is a little bit more, you clock in at a certain time, you clock out at a certain time. And so trying to sort of adjust and train my muse to write when the schedule allows for it, versus when I feel the inspiration, has been definitely a shift. I don't think I know I'm not producing as much content as I was before, but I sort of anticipated that I would drop off my content. So I've sort of tried to, even before starting the job, I tried to look at what's my 3-year, because I'm a planner. What's my 3-year writing plan, and how does this job now affect how this plan shakes out? Because I'm not going to be able to do as much maybe as I was before. And so, that was sort of the whole reason behind, part of the reason behind the novella series. Doing a smaller books would still allow me to release as often as I wanted to release, in terms of trying to make sure there's income coming in so that you can fund the next projects. A shorter series allows me to, I'm not writing 70,000 word novels. I'm writing 32,000, so it's, you're still having to pay for a cover, and you're still having to pay for the, so the cost wise there's not necessarily any difference. But in terms of achievable release dates, that's been a help. And some of the projects that I have in store for sort of next year are projects that I had already written and were already there. So I'm trying to allow myself time to figure out what I have time to actually write. So I'm giving myself almost a year worth of this one is done enough that you could,
like a buffer there.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I think that's wicked smart.
so that's what I'm attempting. I am trying to work on multiple projects at once. It is challenging.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I'm trying to do is focus, like, Monday through Wednesday, I'm going to work on this project. And then Thursday, Friday, I'm working on this project. And Saturday, I'm working on content for the following week. So I'm prepping my blog posts. I'm prepping my newsletter. I'm prepping the short stories that I put in my newsletter. I'm prepping the TikToks that I'm going to, record. What am I going to talk about next week? And then Sunday is sort of like a catch up, or completely just don't do any writing sort of a day. So right
you gotta
now,
give the old brain a break.
You got to give it a little bit of a break. So so right now I'm draft 4 of the Where You Left Me series is done its first draft. I'm letting it marinate. I like to keep maybe a month or so. If I can give myself a month away from it before I go back in for the second draft, that's good, because I sort of want to forget the story before I go back in and go, okay, let's hack it to bits. And so this is the month that it's marinating. So while it's marinating, I'm working on the second draft of a suspense that I'm working on, and the third draft of a spicy series that I'm working on. So kind of vacillating back and forth between those. Both of those will finish roughly about the time that I need to start working on volume 4. So kind of keep something moving at all times. Down the road. Nice. And I only do 1 hour a day from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. That's my power hour. I set an alarm, and once that alarm goes off, I have to get off of YouTube, or
that's the way to do it.
Dilly-dallying or whatever. And then for I have a chapter sort of goal, edit a chapter, write a chapter, whatever it is, for an hour. And if I get it done, great. Then I can go back onto YouTube and play. But if not, stay on and have that Saturday buffer day for the things you didn't achieve. And so far that plan is holding up. I've been at this new job since March. And so far, what are we at now? July. July. I'm maintaining the plan that I've established. We will see what happens in like NaNoWriMo time, because I am planning to try to do something for NaNoWriMo, but that's a little bit more words in a day than I usually do in my power hour. So that plan may crash and burn. But the book that I'm planning to write for November is not going to come out for like another year or two. So it's getting
so you have that
first draft sort of stuff done. So that's sort of the plan that I've got right now, and I'm doing like the podcasts, doing that once once a week. Well, I don't record every week, but it's a lot of stuff to try to balance when you're also.
I was going to say, you've been very busy.
I have no social life.
Same.
I don't have a husband, so I don't have to deal with that. If I had a husband, this whole plan would go out the wazoo. There would be no plan. So it is what it is. I'm making do with what I'm making do with.
That's right. You're making it work.
I am. And there's one more thing. Is if that's not enough, there's one more thing that I want to throw into the mix. It has nothing to do with writing at all, though.
Oh, okay.
But it's something that I discovered today on the Pinterest. The Pinterest is a very dangerous place to be.
Yes, it is.
But I'm trying a 28-day cleaning challenge. So every day there's like the annoying things that you need to do. But you just never do, like, flip and rotate your mattress. Things like that. Like clean the microwave inside and out. Vacuum under those rugs by your door.
Oh my gosh. I need to vacuum under my dressers too.
In your over your stove. Clean out the vent over your stove.
Oh my gosh. I can't remember last time I did that.
Exactly. It's things like that. Vacuum under your refrigerator. Those types of things.
Can you send me that over?
Yeah. Well, I'm editing a few of them, because some of them I'm like, I don't have air vents in my house. So when I have modified it, 'cause some of this is like definitely for people who have like a really big house
Yeah.
Really big house. So once I'm done editing it, I will definitely send it your way.
Thank you.
Things that I'm trying.
Yes.
But that is the ketchup. Ketchup?
Yes.
That is, not the condiment. Although that's yummy as well.
Indeed.
That's essentially what's going on, what's shaking in my neck of the woods. Anything else shaking on your end of the woods?
Nope. Just the heat.
The heat, and we'll try to catch up with these a little bit more often than we have. But you know what?
Yeah.
Life happens, and
yes, it does.
We're taking it as we can.
Yes.
And doing the best we can, trying to stay connected because of, our extended health situations for both of us.
Right.
Probably being in the same room together anytime soon is probably not on the agenda. But you know what? This works.
Yes, it does.
We can still see each other. We can still connect. And the only thing that we don't have is that sort of live feedback that we were able to get. That was something that I missed.
Yeah.
But I will blog about this particular broadcast, and I will link this particular video once it gets all uploaded and fancy schmancy. But until next time, this has been
Between Two Couch Cushions.
We were so much better this time. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.